Hi, my name is Albert Corey, and the world knows me as the tax man. I went from cleaning toilets after graduating from school, University of South Florida, my parents' hometown, to speaking on the National Business Expo tour, to making seven figures consistently. If you text Taxman to 26786, that's Taxman at 26786. You'll get 101 ways to grow your business organically with almost little or no capital. Text Taxman to 26786. I would like to thank Bill Walsh and the entire Power Team family to allow me to give this presentation to you today. CNBC said 7.5 million businesses could close from the virus. This is being recorded in June of 2021. And that number really blew up to about 20 million business owners did close. I think part of them could have closed if they were using my simple marketing systems to keep their business going. Who wants to 10x your business? Say cha-ching. If you're watching this on the replay, okay, I want you to say cha-ching and put one in the chat or make a big one with a circle. Now, the whole basis of my presentation is you have to be I know the guy. The reason why you have to be a know the guy, this is the person who goes out and does YouTube videos, Facebook posts, whatever, talks to everybody, gives them almost all their information, everything they know, everything to anybody who ever asks, without ever any consideration or asking for money. Because at the end of the day, Zig Ziglar said, the more that you help, the more that you're going to make. Now, would it be okay if I tell you this story? So I was doing a Facebook Live about 4 years ago, and somebody from Melbourne, Australia hits me up on Facebook Messenger, says, is it okay if I ask you some questions? I said, sure, no problem. So then we started chatting for about 30 minutes on, on instant messenger. He started asking me questions. At the end, he goes, well, I'm not ready to do anything in the States right now, but I have a friend who can use your help. Would it be okay if he WhatsApped you? And I said, of course. So this started a friendship with his friend that we've been now taking care of for almost 4 years. Now remember, I live in Miami, that's Melbourne, Australia. All because I'm out there giving out value information without ever asking for anything in return. Once you start to happen through my education marketing system, good things will start to come and you'll start to become, I know the guy. Now, I built a seven-figure business starting with just $10. That's right, in $10. I started in 1985, pretty much where there was no internet, no cell phone, no nothing. Would it be okay if I tell you how I started my business? Well, you see, after college and I couldn't find a job, I started working H&R Block, the tax office. Then one day, somebody comes up to the front desk and says, will you come to my house do a tax return? The manager says, sure, $500. Guys and girls, I went real crazy. You understand, they were only paying me $4 an hour. I go, ding, ding, ding. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to go do tax returns. So after I finished work that day, I got in my car, rushed home, ran up the stairs, told my dad, Papa Joe Corey, Dad, we're going to be rich. We're going to go do tax returns. And guess what? Dad told me off. And in English and Lebanese, in words I can't say to you here because we're a Christian audience. How many of you have ever had happen to me? To you? Well, guess what? After listening to Pops rip me to shreds, call me all kinds of names, I said, Dad, you're right. Nobody's gonna come to Albert Corey, but everybody's gonna come to Corey and Associates. And I better find a way to get people coming to me. But guess what? I was a little baby startup with no money. So I had to start figuring out. So what did I do? I started making flyers. On Saturday night, I, I still remember this to this day. I would go make flyers. I put four to a page. Guess what? And I'd go to Office Depot. I would run them off, cut them into fours. But guess what? I had no money, so I'd even cut them myself. They all came out crooked. Never of them looked the same. And every morning, Sunday morning, I would go out and pass them out. And it's funny, to this day, almost 37 years later, I still have some of those same clients. Now, the next thing every business must know is, what is the lifetime value of just one client? Okay. What is that? What does that quote really mean? What it's saying is, you get a client. Okay, once you get a client, how long you're going to have them for, and can you get any referrals out of it? Well, I can tell you for a fact that if I get just one business client and they do all their bookkeeping and everything, they're worth about $1,000 a year. And if I keep them for about 10 years, which the average cost, average time I get my business clients, that's about $10,000. And that's the average cost of just one business client. So now I want you to write down on a piece of paper, who is how much is one client worth to you? Include pretty much, if you used them once, how many times they could call you back in a lifetime, and if they could give any referrals. How much is each referral worth? I want you to put it down on a piece of paper and round it up to the closest $100. So it's going to be easier in the next part of our presentation. Now, what are the two biggest problems when growing your business? Of course, the two things are money and time. You see, most of us, we're startups, we're shoestringing, we're holding on to our reins, especially if you're watching this and we're just coming out of COVID-19, and or you're a startup. Really don't have a lot of money to start your business or to keep it going. And the next thing we always have is we don't have any time. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we do a lot of things. We're a jack of many trades, and there's never no time. How would you like if you ever learned how you can market your business while drinking coffee? That's while drinking coffee. Do you know almost every day at about 6:30 in the morning, while I'm having my coffee and avocado toast, I'm doing my Facebook post and my Instagram post at the same time. Usually takes me about 5 minutes. So by the time I finish my coffee, it's already done. Now, I have one another question for you. What is more important to you when you're getting your business going or once it's starting to launch? Okay, having more eyeballs and people looking at your products, or having a large budget? Well, guess what? If you don't get any people viewing your stuff and seeing your stuff, you could have all the money in the world and the best product, and ain't nobody going to see your goods or services. One of the best analogies is, and that happens to us all the time. The closest pizzeria around your house makes amazing pizza. But guess what? Pizza Hut is going to sell more and make more profit than that pizzeria will ever do. A good person I follow all the time says, oh my God, but he says to all, no, I says all the time, says, guess what? You have to be a media company first. That's a quote by Gary Vee. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and he says that all the time. If people can't find you, if you don't have, you could have the best product in the world. And if they don't find you, okay, if they don't find you, then guess what? You're not going to make any money, and chances are you're going to go out of business. Now, today I'm going to show you 30 minutes a day marketing. That's right. In just 30 minutes a day, you can start marketing your business. By the time it takes drinking your coffee Or if you're one of those who go to Starbucks or McDonald's, while you're waiting in line, you can go out and post and start marketing your business while having your coffee. Now, it's very simple and easy to do. So right now, I want you to take out a piece of paper and pen, and I want you to write down 5 things you can teach me in 5 minutes or less. Okay. Now, once you start what you can teach me, yeah, I want you take out your cell phone and make a 5 minute video. Whatever we wrote down the list, 5 things you can teach me, make a 5 minute video. The next thing I heard when I'm going out and tell people is, Albert, how am I going to make any money? I'm giving you all this free content and nothing will ever happen. Well, guess what? This is how you become I Know the Guy. Because you're out there giving out free content every single day, pushing, asking people's questions with nothing in return. And the next thing you know, you start becoming I Know the Guy. What people got to always realize that, it might take 6 or 7 touches for you to make a sale, but it's not even about the touches. Even if they don't use you, people who ask you the questions will always refer you to somebody else. And that's the beauty of it. But now all you got to do is do a soft sell. Next question is, people are going to tell me, what is a soft sell? A soft sell is, hi, my name is, I am a blank, do the sell, do the education tip of the day. If you have any questions or comments at the end, you always please leave it below. Now, a couple of little simple ninja tricks that I will tell you out of this is, make sure you don't use any technical jargon. Make sure that that it passes the Phoebe test. Remember Phoebe on test, or she wasn't always that bright. And will it pass a fifth grader's education? Because there's so many people you can sell to. If they can understand you, then they will start to buy your product. Another thing about the Phoebe test is, make sure your name, people can understand what you do. A lot of people, I could tell you the one story last summer where I'm on Facebook and somebody said they're a Quasmin, blah, 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 blah. And I said to him, what does this mean? I don't understand it. And he said to me, well, if you don't understand it, then you're not my client. I go, okay, guess what, buddy? If you're watching me, which I doubt, but guess what? I have a black Amex and I could buy whatever I want in the planet. However, I got to understand. So make sure your title is simple and easy and pass the first fifth grader test, because there's plenty of people out there who have plenty of money to spend if they understand what you're doing. Now, the last thing you want to do is you start to use programs like InShot and Movan. They're pretty much simple, easy editors that you can use on your phone to use it on social media. They're editors. They do a lot of cool things on your phone. Now, what's pretty cool about InShot and Movan is you can take it, put it on the phone, and then they have everything: Instagram stories, Reels, Facebook stories. They have everything. YouTube, LinkedIn. Everything is on your phone. So once you shoot the video, you can just push the button. You go, psh, psh, psh. You can, out of that one video, you can repurpose it to about 6 places. I do this every single day. Now, one of the extra little simple tips I got to show you is, make sure that when you're doing the videos, that you always want to put a little sticker or something that blinks. Because if you can make it blink, the trick is you got to stop the scroll. And if you can stop the scroll, guys, people are going to start to watch and listen. One of the cool stories that happened to me this past tax year is, I have a video on how to open up a corporation word for word. Everything. All you got to do is put in your credit card. All right. The guy calls me, hey, Albert, how do you open up a corporation? I tell him, I'm going to get stuck. I don't know what I'm doing. Can I help you? Sure. I made a sale. Next thing happens is he needed help with some PPP loans. I helped him. Even I had a video how to do it. He got stuck. Next thing you know, bottom line is because I had social media and stuff out there exactly how to do it. Just out of that one customer, he gave me about $900 just because I'm out there every single day doing education marketing. And that's always the key. Now, like I said, the whole idea is you got to make sure it stops the scroll and you can use it on your cell phone. Just put little, doesn't matter. Put anything. There's stickers. You can put ribbon, whatever it takes to stop the scroll. Now remember, after you put it out there, you have to go back when people leave comments. Okay, once they leave comments, okay, you got to go out and answer them back. And that's the secret sauce. Make sure you answer back on every comment, every heart. Now you start to look cool. What you don't want to do is, guys, you never want to sell anything. All you're doing is do what I call educating the world. So, like we said earlier, you start to become I know the guy. And once you start I know the guy, it's very easy to do. And guess what? It's almost free because you do everything on your cell phone. And and we all pay for our cell phone every month. So you just put it up there, and the next thing you know, it's done. Very easy to use, very inexpensive, and everything. There's free additions that you can use. Now, I want to ask you a couple of more questions. Now, I want you to close your eyes and think about. Remember, a couple of minutes ago, we said, how much is your average? Your if you get a customer, what is the yearly? What is the average cost of your customer? Okay, the value if you just get one customer for a lifetime. All right. So now if you get that one customer, and what happens if you can 10x or 20x get 20 of those 20 of those people in the next year to two, and you can get to work with qualified leads? You don't think your business would grow? Of course it's grow. My business grows every single day. I can show you how I'm on all kinds of media and I have all kinds of ninja tricks that I'm learning every day, and it works. Every day I'm getting calls and things because I'm out there every day. So I want you to close your eyes, and what it be working with if you could 10x your business and working with more qualified leads. Now, that's the end of today's presentation. Guess what? You can get my free book, the 10x Text Taxman to 26786. You're going to get my guide to 101 ways to grow your business organically with little or no capital, or text Taxman at 26786. Let me do a quick recap. Pretty much it says is you have to become I know the guy. I am the guy. You can do it simple and easier. When you're doing your videos, make sure you make it simple. Don't use technical jargon. Okay. And always put, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below or hit me up on Messenger. At the end of the day, almost all the tips in my book, it's not a book, it's a guide that will start building your business. Now, another cool thing about my guide is that guess what? They're not in order. Nothing goes together. So you can use tip one and skip to tip 98. Nothing's in order. So you can mix and match and jump. I want you to go out. I want you to do it. If you have any questions, you can always follow me on Instagram at 1040W2. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Albert Corey, and you can see me on my social media channels at albertc360.biz. That's http albertc360.biz. Thank you. Everybody have a good day and go out and build your business. Bye-bye.